It's cold, y'all. I'm trying to wait for the car to heat up. But it is cold. Let me see. Put this. There we go. Put this down toward my feet because it's cold. And it looked like it's a line at Wendy's. I'm going to go get me some Wendy's for lunch. Something to try to warm me up. And then we're going to have a little lunchtime. Chit chat. Hey, 3,000 degrees. How you doing? You, I'm not Rita. I'm Gina. You put down Rita. I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. But what I told you guys, remember I told you, I said nobody's probably going to show up. Well, they didn't show up. It's okay. I understand you made a mistake. It's okay. Nobody showed up at work today. Again, I'm the only one. I'm the only, these folks don't want to work. These people don't want to do nothing. My hands are freezing. When I tell you guys, my hands are cold. My hands are, they are cold. Let me see, where is my wallet? Lunch, I'm getting me a 4 for 4, you guys. I'm going to get it. If I can find my wallet, I can't get a 4 for nothing if I don't find my wallet, right? Where the heck is my wallet? I know I brought it. That's the worst thing you can do is get in line, and you don't have no money. Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. I was getting scared for a minute, y'all. I was getting scared. I was like, I can't eat. Hey, Jay Parrish. I was just like, okay, I can't eat because I can't find my little wallet thing with my bank card. Hi, King Raymond 83. I can't hardly see. My eyes are really bad, so excuse me if I said your name wrong. I apologize. I'm about to get me a 4 for 4 from this Wendy's. Okay? I don't want no cold drink. I really want a warm drink, a hot drink, because they said we about to get some snow. I do that and get all panic. Yes! Javier, look, because especially when you know you put it in there. I knew I put it in there because I took Angel to the store last night. We went to the store last night for her to get her snacks and all that stuff. She's like, Mom, I'm hungry. Can I get something? And I'm like, okay, yeah. And I stopped off at the store. So I knew I put it back in there because the first thing I said to her when she got back in the car, I said, Angel, I said, give me back my card because every time you don't give me my card back right away, I forget. I forget to get it. And then I go to the store. You know how you go to the store and you at the register and then you go and pay for your stuff and then you ain't got no money? Oh my God. I do that. And the most time I do it is when I've given it to Angel and I forget to give it back because she'll put it in her wallet to keep it safe. She'll put it in her wallet. And then I get up there and I forget that I never got it back. I did that. Look, 3 different times I did that. Had to go all the way home. I was like, please don't put my groceries back. Please. I said, please don't. I promise you I'm coming right back. Like, give me like 20 minutes. I promise. And then I would have to run all the way home and come back because Angel would have my card. Yeah, happy Veterans Day. And I am so sorry to you guys that are veterans. I was rambling and we were talking some real talk this morning. It was deep this morning. And I forgot to say happy Veterans Day. So thank you, love. Thank you for sharing that. Happy, wonderful, blessed, amazing Veterans Day to all you amazing, awesome, outstanding, courageous veterans. I salute you. And I appreciate you. Hey, Designs. How you doing? I'm on lunch, so I'm over here getting me some Wendy's. I'm about to grab me some Wendy's. Yes, happy Veterans Day to all that serve. That's right. That's right. Okay. Look, I'm still trying to figure out. Thank you so much for recognizing us vets. Yes, 3,000 degrees. Yes. And I apologize to you again that I didn't do it this morning because that's not like me. That's not me. Look, I praise everything. The veterans, I praise birthdays, Senior Citizens Day, like everybody. Hold on one second. Sorry, can I help you? Yes, can I get a 4 for $4? 4 for $4 was that way? Can I get the bacon cheeseburger? 4 for $4 junior bacon sauce for the nuggets? Yeah, spicy nuggets and sweet and sour sauce. The drink? Can I get, let's see here. Can I get a hot coffee? Coffee? Yeah. Yeah. And can you put a lot of sugar in it and a lot of cream? How many did you want? Give me 12 sugars and 4 creams. Okay. Okay, that's it. All right. So 4:30. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting me some hot coffee. Okay, y'all. It's cold. My truck still have it. I mean, my seats. Your seats always heat up quicker than the car. That's what I love about heated seats. When you in a vehicle and you have heated seats, because the seats warms your bottom, it warms your tush and everything, and your seats get warmer before the car itself get. Now the car is getting warm, the truck is getting warm now, but the seats is already, it's warming up. 432. Okay. Second. Thank you. Can I get one more sauce? Thank you. Okay, thank you. It's about to give me my coffee. Let me plug my phone in for you guys, so we can charge up a little bit while I'm waiting. It's cold out here. They say we about to get some snow. Y'all ready for the snow? I'm not ready for the snow. They say we about to get some snow. My husband is Designs. Tell your hubby we say Happy Veterans Day. You're awesome, hubby. I cannot wait to see what you gonna do for Christmas. You know I'm looking forward to that, right? I gotta get some ideas, because you do some great stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much. He was so nice. He was just smiling and cheesing, you guys. He was really nice. I got my coffee in my hand. I'm about to pour right on over here to this handicap. Right on over here. And okay. I can put my I'm gonna move my stuff. Alright. Put it in park. Right here, I got gas. I'm so happy that I put gas in the car. Cause otherwise, woo-wee, I would have been in trouble. So y'all gonna see me. I'm just forewarning you guys. I am on lunch. I am at work. I have not had breakfast. I'm tired. Y'all see my eyes. I'm tired. My eyes are watering and everything else. I'm stressed. I'm so stressed out right now, but I'm on lunch, so you guys are going to see me hog my lunch. I am. I'm about to be greedy, then I'm about to eat my lunch and everything, okay? Just so you guys, So y'all know, for the peekabooers that peeks in and out all the time and be like, what the heck is she doing? I'm about to have lunch, okay? I'm about to have my lunch. I got my burger. See these fries. I got fries. I got me a full lunch. I got me a full 4 for 4, and it is hot, and it is good. So, let me tell you, no one came to work today. Well, the girl, she went to take her test, they said. They said she's supposed to be in this evening or this afternoon. I gave them that look like, yeah, okay, I ain't believe that. And the carpet people came this morning to fix the carpet, and they couldn't get in the building. So I'm telling the maintenance, and I'm telling them that they couldn't get in the building. They've been calling, they've been sending emails, their company's been calling and everything. All they had to do was go send a maintenance guy, one of the maintenance guys. Just go send one of them over there to go and let the guy into the building and into the apartment. They ignore him. They ignore the guy. And then when the meeting is over and their office called back, and I go to tell them, the carpet company, their office is calling because their guy can't get into the apartment. They say, well, tell him to come over here and get a key. Tell him to come to the office. And I'm saying to myself, why do he need to come all the way back over here to get a key? When that man been waiting out there all morning, and y'all know early this morning it was pouring down raining. It was pouring down raining early this morning, and can't nobody just run the man a key over there. I just shook my head. And then they come out and tell me later, oh, Gina, we knew, we was just in the meeting. They just had to work. People make simple things so much harder than they have to be. Simple things like getting one of your maintenance guys to run them keys over there and let that man in, get his ID, and let him in and let him go on and do his work. It's a whole lot simpler and less timing than to have him come all the way back, and he been working there all morning and it goddamn rain. I don't understand it. I don't understand some of the dumb shit that people do. And how? Have y'all ever wondered, like, you work at a job, and have you ever wondered how that person become supervisor, or how that person become manager? Because they don't know shit. They don't know. I've worked at so many places. So many different places, different apartment communities. And I promise you, every single time, I'll be like, how the fuck did they get this position? Because they don't know shit. They don't know nothing. Things that be handled so... I used to tell them, because I used to do so much, and I told you I used to work. I even worked with maintenance. I worked with maintenance. So I learned how to cut keys. I learned how to some of the jargon that maintenance use and do this, because I was a maintenance administrator. And they had managers and stuff that didn't know nothing. I knew how to make maintenance use. Some companies use what is called a key track. A key track is a computer system with the lock box where you can put the keys into the units and you lock it in there. But you keep track of it. It's numbered or either ABC or whatever. and you put all the numbers and stuff in there. I worked at one community where they had an old key track system and it was messing up and they had a hard time. So the management ordered them a new one. They got a brand new system, but nobody was there to put it together. So they were still having issues trying to use the old system. I said, I'll do it for you guys. They was like, Gina, you gonna do it? I called the company that sent the new one, and the man walked me through the whole thing, and I set up the entire key. I even set up the guys' thumbprints. They didn't even have the thumbprint thing, wouldn't even work, because some of you could use the thumbprint or in a code. And I did all that. And even when I went back, and I go back and I work at that community sometimes, and they was like, yeah, Gina set up our key track system. She did. I said, yeah, the guys wouldn't even had it, and they need that. You need to be track to keep track of them keys. I worked in one community, and the manager told me, said, Gina, you keep track of all the keys. And I used to be fussing. I used to be fussing and cursing mugs out. Do you hear me? About them keys. Because you lose them keys to them properties. If it's an occupied unit, that means that they locks and shit got to be changed because somebody can get in there. If it's an unoccupied unit, that means that vandals or somebody can get, like over here, vandals got into a vacant unit, and when I tell you they spray painted every fucking thing, they spray painted, they got gold paint. Gold paint. They spray painted the walls, the stove, the refrigerator, the rug, the floor. They motherfuckers even opened up the inside and spray painted the inside of the fridge, the stove, the microwave. That whole apartment got to be redone. Everything, the floors, the walls, the everything, everything, because they trashed that. And I said, because when we would do units and they were finished and you just turned them, if you know what a turnt unit is, that means that when the tenant or the resident has moved out, you go in and you repaint it, you put fresh paint on it. If it needs new carpeting, you put new carpeting in. You wash all the appliances down. If some of the appliances are broke or whatever, then you replace the appliances and you get that unit ready for a new resident. That means that's a turnt unit. That unit has been turned. It's ready for the next prospect or the next resident to move in. After our maintenance people and cleaning people and everybody did their job, we locked that motherfucker up. Why the fuck it ain't locked? I don't understand why it wasn't locked. That don't make no sense. And then that falls back to the person that's in charge, because you're supposed to make sure your people, when it's done, make sure that's locked up. I used to ask my maintenance crew 5, 10, 20, they'd be like, yes, Gina. Yes, Gina. Yes. I'm like, I'm asking you again, because did you lock the doors? Where's the keys? Did you put the key back in key track? I would do it 1,001 times, because you don't want no fuck ups, especially if the fuck up gonna fall on you. If the fuck up gonna fall on you, you don't want no fuck ups. I don't get it. I don't understand some of the stuff that people do. I'm greedy. I'm dogging my lunch because I'm hungry. Thank you guys for sitting here having lunch with me, everybody. But I don't understand it. I don't get it. I hope it don't pour down raining again. It looked like it. The sun was coming through for a hot second. Before I came out, I saw that the sun was coming through. Now, it's all cloudy and stuff. Hey, Miss Jean, do you have any ghost stories? Oh my God! Now, Let me ask you this question, Sephora, before I get into it. Are you talking about real ghost stories, like spirit ghosts? Or are you talking about ghost stories like from a movie and stuff that because I got some real ghost stories, some real spirit stuff, but things happen. And it's so funny that you said that, because I was going to surprise you guys today, well, this evening, and do a reading. I haven't did a reading in a long time with my cards. And I was going to surprise you. See how God works? See how you get a signal? I was gonna surprise you, and I was gonna do that. Yes, real ghosts in the house in paranormal act. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you, Sephora, and I got it on tape. The videos are still up. My audience thought I was crazy. Okay, my audience thought I was insane. Yes, oh yes, girl. If you go back and go through my videos, go back about, dang, when did this happen? About 3-4 years. I came home from work, right? I'm talking. And I'm talking to them about my sister who had passed away. And I'm talking to them about my sister that passed away. And I think I was talking about my daughter and everything, right? So I'm sitting down and I'm talking and I'm sitting in front of the closet and everything, right? And I start to see these orbs. And I see all these orbs, these lights, right? And I'm telling the audience, because I'm seeing it just as clear as I'm talking to you. I don't understand why y'all don't see it, because I'm seeing the lights and I'm seeing the orbs, right? And I'm saying to the audience, I'm saying to the viewers, y'all didn't see that? They like, Miss Gina, we don't see no damn lights and no orb. I think even one of the viewers said, Miss Gina, you crazy? You been drinking? You been saying we don't? I'm telling, they was flying all over them. I'm like, y'all don't see that? I'm like, wait a minute. I know I'm not crazy. I know y'all don't see all these orbs and all these lights. I swear to you, they thought I was ready to go into a padded cell, because I'm telling them all this stuff and I'm telling them the story. I was telling them the story about someone, I think, who I was talking to, and the person, she's a psychic, and she knew about this ring my sister had took from me, okay? Because my sister, I told you guys, she was on drugs. She'd been on drugs all her life. She was on drugs real bad. And she had took a ring from me. And I cherished that ring because it was given to me by my kid's father, and I wanted to pass it down to my daughter. That was my dream. That was my wish. That was what I was hoping, that I would be able to pass that ring down to my daughter. I couldn't pass the ring down to my daughter because my sister had stole the ring and hocked the ring for drugs. And she said, your sister says she's sorry. And I'm like, what? She was like, she said, your sister says she's sorry about the ring. I never told the woman about the ring. There was no way, I never even shared the story on here. Now, I shared the story before about my sister being on drugs, and I shared the story about how she passed away and all that. But I had never shared about her stealing from me. So the woman was saying that she was sorry and that she was around me. She was like, you feel her, don't you, sometimes? And I'm like, yeah. Because sometimes I'll be talking and I'll say, yeah, that was you, Dee Dee. What you did that, Dee Dee. You hear, and things would happen, right? So she was telling me that was her. So during this time, I'm seeing all these orbs while I'm talking to you guys, like I'm talking to you now, and all these lights, like little flicker of lights, they going all across the screen, like going in and out like Christmas tree lights. Everybody think I'm crazy because I'm like, y'all don't see it. There go another one. Y'all don't see it. And I'm like, this got to be my sister. There we go. It froze. Oh, that might have been her. That might have been knowing that freaked me out. The audience, because the viewers, everybody kept saying, Gina, we don't see no lights. We don't see no. Look at what you done started. Don't play with them spirits. And I do my reading. I do everything. God and man, I pray, I cleanse, I do everything. But I could tell you some stories. This is just one of many. And I picked this one to tell you because all the damn ducks went across the street. Because just like how I'm talking to you now, it's how it went down during the time when all this stuff had happened. And everything was just like, it was just crazy. I'm not gonna even lie to you. It was just crazy. And the people that was watching me during the time that all this went down and that all it happened, that it all happened, they thought I was crazy. They was like, Gina, we don't see no orbs. They was like, Gina, we don't see no lights. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I gotta turn my hotspot on. We don't see no lights. We don't see this. But I can tell you this. Every time I talk to my, here we go, Gate and Field. Let's get rid of you right quick. Let's get rid of you right quick, because it's always some asshole that want to come in with some mess. Matter of fact, let me report it too. So we just gonna report you on top of that. Find you, but you were, yeah, I was buffering. Look, I was buffering because I brought her up. Is she around me? I'm telling you, she was like, yeah, she around. She said there's certain things. My son, let me tell you what happened. So I don't know if you guys heard the saying of, if you find dimes around the house, that's your loved one letting you know that if you find dimes across your path, like if you walk and you pick up a dime, you see a dime, that's a loved one that passed on letting you know. The day after the twins' birthday party, my older twin, he was finding dime. He said, Mom, I said, yeah, I promise you, when we go live tonight, I'll interview him and let him tell you. He says, Ma, I keep finding this change all over the place. I said, what are you finding? He said, dimes and pennies. I said, what? Everywhere he walked, he would find a dime or a penny. And he would come back and tell, and I'm like, I said, somebody trying to let you know that they're around, and they trying to say happy birthday to you. This is what I'm telling my son, because I already knew. And I would find dimes and stuff all the time, and I would say, just like you heard me just say, talk to my son, Didi, is that you? And when I said it, what happened? The goddamn phone starts with now. I've been talking to you guys ever since I got off work. I've been talking to you guys, and ain't nothing happened. My camera and everything just been clear. Nothing wrong with it. And now, all of a sudden, when I say something and I bring her up, it starts to spin. And that's what happened. Things just started happening. I was in my bedroom. I had the door closed. I was sitting on like a little crate thing. I could tell you describe the whole thing. And we was talking about her, and we was talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and I started to get real deep, and then I started seeing the lights, the orbs, and everybody was like, we don't see no, Miss Gina, we don't see no lights. We don't see, if I'm not mistaken, I think Designs by B was in that chat too. Designs by V was in there. I cannot think if Belle was in there or not. Belle might have been in there. I'm thinking Rama, everybody, all the originals, all my original fam and people, they were all in there in that chat. Honey, they thought, Sephora, they thought I was cracking up. They thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because they was like, Miss G, we don't see no lights. We don't see no orbs. I couldn't understand how. I'm starting to remember something like, are you remembering it? If you remember, we were in our apartment. I was in our apartment. And I was in my room and I was sitting in front of the closet door. And I think, and some of you guys, somebody kept saying, put the light behind you, Miss Gina. They was telling me to put the light behind because, you know, when you put it in front of you, it casts a shadow. And when you played you back, we saw, yes, I'm telling you, I don't, honey, spirits and stuff, I don't play with them. I get serious, but I do talk to my family, and I talk to them just like they there. And when certain things happen, and it gives me the sense that it's my sister, I'll talk to her and I'll say, Dee Dee, that's you, ain't it? Dee Dee, did you just do that? When it's something crazy that happened and I know it's her and I get that sense it's something that she would do, I would say it. If it's something that my daughter would do, I would say that, Sadie, that's you, right? You just did that. If it's something that I think my dad would do, all those that were close to me, that's really, really genuinely close to me, I'll talk to them just like they hear and stuff. But that woman, she let me know, she said, oh yeah, they with you and they around you. And Sephora, you might be here. Y'all know when I get to reading the cards, I freak the hell out of people. And the reason why I freak the hell out of people, because I tell them when I call on the spirits, when I call on them and I start asking them questions and I tell them to tell me things, they tell me. They let me know. Like, I was freaking people out. Them videos still up. Just all you gotta do is go watch them. They be like, oh my God, Miss Gina. People, their mouths be wide open. And that's why I always cleanse the card when I do another reading for somebody else. Like, people, they love to come over here and do it. But I told you, I used to take care of a gypsy. I took care of this woman. And when I say she was the bee's knees, people would come all across the state, all across the world to come and get her readings and everything. And she taught me. She told me things to do and things not to do, and when to light my candle and just all that kind of stuff. She's like, she said that's just like shaking one person's hand and then going shaking another person's hand. You passing on the spirit and you passing on germs and you passing on other stuff. She said, so why would you cleanse a deck, shuffle the deck, read this person, and then go over and read the other person? Their reading it crosses. And that's why I pay attention when I see these girls on here doing card readings for people and this and that. You're going to do one or two things. You get a fresh deck for the second person that you're going to read for, or you cleanse the card and you start over fresh and new. You ain't never supposed to jump from this one to this one to this one to this one to this one. Because spirits and stuff, they get confused. You got to remember, it's a spirit. It's not a flesh anymore. So they get confused. So you can have somebody uncle over here with somebody aunt. You can have somebody's aunt over here with somebody's grandpa or something. So you got to make sure that's all of that is, I'm serious when I tell you. I'm serious. Have you ever had anything pushed off the counter? Yes. I've seen things pushed off the counter before. I've seen things move. I've seen one time, let me tell you, and my kids get freaked out because sometimes stuff, they'll affect me so deeply sometimes, and I get to talking in my sleep. Just like when we were if you guys remember, when we went to Great America, and I was telling you guys about how I had this dream. And when we were going into the dollar store, I was telling the kids, I said, I had a dream that my sister was leaving and she was going to jail, and the bus came to the house to pick her up. And then before I could get it out, Angel said, and you said, don't go, don't go, don't go. And then Farron said, yeah, you were saying, please don't go. You were screaming. I said, what do you mean? They said, you was talking in your sleep. You were screaming. How did they know that? They was like, yeah, you was telling her, don't go. Don't go. She was with us. She was with me. I never forget the time when my kids when my daughter, when her dad had passed away and everything, and right before I knew, I didn't even know. Right before I found out, I had a dream. I dreamed it. And I shook my head and I said, no, I know he ain't dead. He ain't gone. I saw myself screaming. I saw everything. I saw it all play out. And his best friend called me. He had sickle cell. He passed away from sickle cell. And his best friend called me and said to me, Gina, you sitting down. I got bad news. And everything happened the way I had dreamt it 2 days prior. 2 days prior. Recently, something squeezed an empty water bottle at 2 a.m. and I was alone in my new place. I can't explain it. Wow. And sometimes you got to tell them. Sometimes you got to tell them to leave. Let me tell you what happened. And I shared this story before several times. Several times I shared this story before on my channel. I talked about when the twins and Angel and Benjamin, they were all young. They were babies. And I used to take care of this lady, and her name was Doe. We called her Doe. She was blind. And she could get around good, and she loved my children. I used to bring the kids to work with me and everything. And Doe wound up passing away. By this time, the twins, Angel, had never met Doe. They didn't know anything about her. Benjamin knew, but Benjamin was a baby. Benjamin was kind of, young. But the twins didn't know anything about him. So they would get scared. They would be scared to sleep in their room. They would always come in our room when it got dark. And we was like, me and their dad was like, why are y'all coming in here? Why you won't sleep in the room? They kept saying, that lady, because the lady is staring at us. I'm like, what lady? And Benjamin was older, a little older than the twins. And Benj said, no, Ma, the lady, she's staring at us. The lady keep looking at us. And I'm like, what lady? So they come in the room. So I said, Angel, did the lady tell you her name? And she's a baby, so babies can't pronounce their words right. So Angel says, yeah, Mommy, her name Bo. She said, Bo, that's Bo. And so my husband put two and two together. He said, didn't you take care of a lady named Doe? And I said, yes. I said, but they wouldn't know that. They wasn't even born. They didn't. So she had been talking to my children and watching over them. So I said to Benjamin, I said, Benj, she's not trying, she doesn't mean to scare you. She's watching over you guys because she loved me. And she's wild. But nobody else could see him, but the babies could see him. The babies, they saw her, they described her and everything. They would have never known who she was, the twins, Angel and Benjamin. I said to them, I said, when she comes tonight, I said, tell her to go away because she's scaring you. I said, okay, don't forget, you got to tell her to go. Mommy can't tell her because she's watching over you guys. I said, tell her to go away. And I'm hearing them in the room. I'm hearing the kids. They're saying, go away, go away. And the kids, they told her. And after that, they never saw her again. Yep. Kids, dogs, and cats. Yep. They never knew. They had never met that lady before in their life. They didn't know anything about her, but Angel knew her name. Angel knew her name, and Angel said, I said, she talked to you guys? And they were like, yeah. They were like, yeah. Some of the stuff I was able to understand what my kids were saying because they was talking. They was talkative, but Benjamin was a little older. The twins are 16. Benjamin is 19. Benjamin will be 20 December 6th. So Benjamin has a birthday coming up. So Benjamin 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Benjamin's 4 years older than the twins. So they were like maybe two. They were like maybe 2 or 3. So if they were 2, Benjamin was like 5 or 6. Benj was like 6. Something like that. But oh yeah. Oh yeah, I could tell you some, and I told that story before about how they would always look up at the ceiling. And I would be like, why are y'all always looking up at the ceiling? Because they would see the spirits. They would see the spirits and go. And my kid, when I tell you they was terrified, they would be like, they scared. They would see them and they would come and talk. And I would ask them, what do you see? What are they saying to you? And when I was younger, I remember I would see spirits and they would talk to me and stuff. And then as I got older, they would come to me in my sleep. They would come to me in my sleep and I could wake up and I could tell. I said this before on camera. I always had the gift of when I would go to the casino and stuff like that, and I could tell people which machine would hit, but I could never do it for myself. I could never pick because it wasn't for me. I could never pick the machine that's going to win for myself, but I could pick it for someone else. And I would walk around and I would tell different guys and different strangers, that machine right there going to hit. And they like, excuse me? And I would say, that machine right there is going to hit. I said, just stay on it. Just stay on it for about another 5 minutes. That machine right there is going to hit. And it would hit and they would come back to me and give me $50, $20 here and there. They're like, oh my God, I hit. And my kids would say, why you can't make it hit for you? And lately, just recently when we went to the casino, some things were just popping in my head saying, play this machine, play this game, and such and such. And each game that I played, I hit off of it. And my kid's godmother said, girl, this ain't for me. See, you know how to pick them. I said, no, it never hits for me. I said, I don't know what it is. Maybe the spirits, maybe, the angels or somebody just want us to have a good time. And that's what I said, because I was never ever able to pick a winning machine for myself, but I would always be able to pick it for somebody else. Always be able to pick it for somebody else. Girl, so for you brought some stuff up, girl, I could go on and tell you about this all day long. We could talk about this. You said that's why some kids cry and say there's a monster in their room. Exactly. One of my daughters saw them when she was younger. I dreamed wild and do cards when in the mood. Yep. I'm telling you, my kids, my daughters and them and my sons them, and I never forget the lady who told me, she was a friend of my mother, real spiritual and everything, and she told my mother, I'll never forget this. She told my mother when I was a kid, she said she's gifted. She said she got that gift. She said, I bet you she could tell you all kind of stuff that has happened before it happened or that's gonna happen. She said, I bet you. She said, read me right now. And I just started reading her. That woman was in tears. And I ain't lying because I've done it on here with a bunch of you guys. I've done it on him. Never met you in person. I don't talk to you outside of being on camera. And they was like, Miss Gina, if you ain't hit the nail right on the head, and that is because when you get in touch with them spirits and you get in touch, let me tell you what my son did. You ready to be spooked a little bit, Sephora? I had a Ouija board. And I only took it out every blue moon or for something special. My son said, can we borrow your Ouija board? They came, him, his girlfriend, and her brothers and them drove all the way back to the house to get my Ouija board. I say, y'all got to be careful with this. Because if you don't know how to use this right, you're going to bring spirits and you're going to bring stuff in here that you ain't got no business. Oh, Mom, we just finna have fun. We just finna do this and that, right? Took the Ouija board back to her mother's house. The girl's mother got a big, beautiful mansion, beautiful ass home, right? They opened up a gate. My son said, Ma, it would be nobody in the house. He said, I'll be downstairs. Sky will be at work or somewhere. Her mom will be gone at work somewhere. Her brother be in the basement. I'll be downstairs in the kitchen. He said, "Ma," and we would hear boom, 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 boom. And he said, we go run upstairs and wouldn't be nobody there. He said, "Ma, I'll come back." He said, I don't even like staying in their house by myself no more. I said, "Why?" He said, "Because dishes and stuff be breaking." He said, "Now I always hear these loud boom, boom, boom sounds coming from upstairs." I said, "What the hell did y'all do when y'all had that Ouija board?" He said, "We was just playing and we was just goofing around." I said, "You cannot play around with spirits. You cannot play around with souls, because you got good ones and you got bad ones. So if you messing around and you playing around and you think you joking with a good one, you might be opening up a gate or a door for a bad one to come through, and they ain't leaving. They ain't leaving." And I wasn't believing him at first until his girlfriend and the brother said, "Oh, hell yeah, we be hearing all kind of stuff. Don't nobody be in the house. We be hearing this and that and everything else." And I never got that Ouija board back. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what they did with it. My son Tracy must be talking about me. Poppy was like, "Mom, we can't find it. I don't know where it's." He was like, "I'll get you another one." I said, "No, I don't want you to get me another one." Cause that one was, that one was for me. But when I tell you, whatever they played, and these was teenagers, but whatever, and if they did burn it, Sephora or whatever, it didn't get rid of the spirits, the ghosts, because you can't burn it and think it's gonna go away, cause it's not gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. You can't burn it and think it's gonna go away, honey. When I tell you, honey, they were spooked. He was spooked. He was just like, "Mom, that damn Ouija board." He was like, "I ain't playing with them things no more." I said, "You can't play with spirits, period. It's not just about those things. You can't play with them if you don't know what you're doing." Just like these young girls, you notice that the girls are getting younger and younger that do these tarot readings and stuff, and a lot of them don't understand what they're reading. They don't understand how to go about it. They don't understand what it is that they're doing. They just doing it to make money, and then they be wondering why all kind of weird, crazy things is happening to them. Because you can't play with nothing like that. You can't play with spirits and souls, right? Because once you come calling on them, and once you come speaking to them, they stand right by your side, and some of them will stick to you. Some of them will stick to you. I know this. So I make sure that everything I do with God in mind first. And I pray over everything. I pray over everything that I do. But honey, so I could tell you some story. We could go on about this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. That's why I started reading myself. Yep, I threw mine out. So spooked. Yes. You have to be real careful. And I could tell you this, Miss Marks, Mama Marks, we called her. When I tell you, she told me some stuff and she showed me some things. And this lady, OG, from old back in the, like, honey, she's the type that wrap the stuff up and put the dust on it and do all this kind. She was real serious about this. This is how this lady made her live. She made thousands of dollars a day. Do you hear me? Not a week. A day, thousands a day. She would walk around. I would take her to different places, and she would have stacks like this. I have a little wheelchair, and she'd have her little Prada purse. Okay, rich lady, beautiful home, everything. Have her little Prada purse, and she have a lipstick and her little makeup and stuff in there, but she has stacks in that purse. She have stacks up in that purse, and she loved me. Her husband loved me. And I started getting intrigued by it because I knew as growing up, the spirits would talk to me and different stuff. And she started telling me, she told me about how to bless my house when I moved in. She was like, you need to bless your house. She told me things about myself. She told me I was gifted. And this coming from a old Charlton, that people got highly respect. This woman had people come from New York, LA, everything. She had grounded roots, okay? And they took us, folks took us seriously. Everybody knew about her. And she said, if you gonna do it, you gonna do it right. If I'm gonna tell you how to do it, I'm gonna show you how to do it right. Go on over there in that church, take this bottle, go on over there in that church and give me some holy water up out of there. And I would sit and I would pay attention to everything I was soaking it up like a sponge. And I have scared a lot of people. Not just you guys with the few readings that I did for you, but even those in my family. Like, they would be like, no, mom, no more, no more. My sister used to be like, no, 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 don't talk to me. Don't tell me nothing else. Don't tell me no more. I was the one that told my sister, I used to tell my sister, I said, yeah, you got them little people in your stomach. I said, you out here being fast, them little people gonna start growing in your stomach. And my mother never knew. At 15, she had hid it. She at 15, she had got pregnant. And she didn't, and she thought it was them little people in her stomach and it was a baby. But that was my way. That was how it came out. I don't know what made me say, but I would tease her from the time she was like maybe 10. I said, yeah, them little people gonna be growing in your stomach. She got pregnant at 15. At 15. And she had hid it from my mom where she was so far along. I think she was like 6 months and it was too late to do anything about it. And she wound up having her son really, really young. So, oh, oh yeah, Sephora. Girl, you done opened up a real conversation. You done opened up a real conversation. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I love doing readings. I do. I love doing readings. I love doing it from my heart. I love sharing, especially when it's good things. I love, especially when y'all in a situation or you're going through something and I can help you and I can tell you, what it is that you should do, make suggestions and different stuff like that. I love doing it. And I hadn't did it in a long time. And I even had some people that say, Miss Gina, would you just come back? Remember when I left? They was like, Miss Gina, would you just come back and do a reading every now and then? But I did. When I left, I had left for good. Now, I pop up, every blue moon just to say hi, whatever. But yeah, I was thinking about doing, so funny that you brought this up because I surely was thinking about doing that tonight. This evening. We're going to talk some more. My lunch break is over. My time is up. I'm about to take my coffee and stuff and go back inside. And I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock. I promise. When I get off work at 6, I'm going to go live on my way home and we're going to talk. We're going to talk some more. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for having lunch with me. You guys have a blessed day. Ta-ta for now.